She went over towards Mason's walk.
Was he alone?
I think so. That is, I didn't see anybody along with him.
Oh.
That doesn't mean he hasn't got his friend along.
Did you tell him to meet you over here?
Of course I did.
Virginia, that's being forward.
That's not being forward. I guess if a girl tells a boy she will meet him in Avery's Park, it's not being forward.
What did you say his name was?
I told you, Hugo Barnstead. Isn't that a swell name for a man? Hugo. Wait till you see him.
How'd you happen to meet him?
Well, I was in the drugstore getting a belladonna plaster for Mom when in he comes. I knew he was looking at me because he rapped against the counter and coughed twice. Then he smiled, so I smiled. Then he winked.
Virginia!
Oh yes, he did, just like this.
But weren't you horror-stricken?
For a second I was. I thought he was awfully good-looking, so I winked back.
Oh, Virginia!
Shucks, there wasn't anybody looking. What's the harm in a little wink?
I know, but...
Amy, a girl has to be up-to-date nowadays. It can't be old-fashioned anymore. How do you expect to get a beau if you don't wink at him?
It's bragging.
Well, he waited outside for me and we walked down Meadow Street together. Oh, he was just swell-looking. He had on vanilla scent. Smelled nice, too. He said, "What's your name?" I didn't tell him. That would be brazen. So I said, "What's yours?" He said Hugo Barnstead. Then he said, "Can I meet you Saturday afternoon?" I said, "I don't see why you couldn't." Then he said, "I've got a friend. Have you got one?" I said yes, of course, thinking of you. He said, "Okay." Then he said, "This friend of mine is awfully good-looking, tall and handsome."
Oh, golly.
Can he be any smaller looking than Hugo? Hugo's the swellest looking thing in the world.
Virginia, I'm afraid.
Of what?
Like my mother and over here in Avery's Park flirting with the boys.
You aren't flirting.
We're over here, aren't we?
Yes, but this isn't flirting.
Well, you know what would happen if my mother found out?
What?
Church, twice next Sunday.
Oh, Amy.
Yeah, that's what Mom said. Church twice takes sin away and purifies you.
Amy, you're the biggest fraidy cat I know of.
Yes, but.
Oh, yes, but.
No, there are no buts. You're going to help me, aren't you?
Of course I am.
Well,
Just this one. Do you suppose he's a nice-looking fellow?
I know he is.
Do you think he will like my new dress?
I know he will.
Do you think he'll like me?
Do you think he will like me?
He'll fall in love with you the minute he sees you.
Oh, Virginia, don't talk like that.
Well, you don't know, and you might fall in love with him.